There are two kinds of people in this world. The people who fail to do what they know they should, and those who keep doing things they know they shouldn't. Guess what? You're both. Hi, I'm your host, life and business coach, Marcy Barker, aka your loving kick in the pants. In this podcast, I'll teach you the 6 steps of my accountability code that will help you wake up with clarity and show up with aligned action steps that make follow through easy and peaceful. All right, let's jump in. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to season 3 of this podcast. We officially hit 1 year in podcasting business. How cool is that? I did not really ever imagine myself being a podcaster in this way, in the exact same way that I never really imagined I would write a book, but I did that a few years ago, and I published another book, and I've actually self-published a few more things on Amazon. So it's just kind of crazy how you set one little goal of being consistent, and then the world just kind of opens up because you're ready and willing to do the things that you want to do. So thank you for being here and for listening to your loving kick in the pants. I hope it's been beneficial for you in your life and your business, for you to just take action in a more aligned way. That's what the accountability code is all about, is helping you become aligned in your mind and body so that follow through becomes easy and peaceful. And of course, as a business coach, I'm here to help you increase your bottom line by having a deeper level of self-mastery. So thank you for being here. I'm excited for season 3, as it's going to just be even more amazing of all the things that make our community awesome. So let's dive into this episode. We're going to talk about time management, but also minimizing distractions. And a ton of the episodes moving forward for season 3 are going to be based on posts and submissions within my Facebook group. I just need to take a second and brag about my Facebook group because we just hit 3,200 people, and guess what? There are 1,200 posts made per month in that group. That comes out to be like 40 posts a day. And it's all people wanting to grow their business, but they're not doing it by advertising and pitching and spamming and promoting on people. Like, my group is all about providing value and sharing authentically, and our engagement rate is over 90%. That means within a month's period of time, 90% of that 3,200 number are checking the group and utilizing it. This is a big deal because if you guys go search for a business group for women on Facebook, I can guarantee you will find a bunch of garbage, spammy groups. And I can tell you that because I have looked into business groups, and you see one, it's like, I don't know the exact name, don't quote me, but it's like business group for entrepreneurs or women building boss moms or something like that. And I came across one yesterday and it had 60,000 members in it. And guess what? It had 10 posts a week. If you go and look at that group, all of those posts that were made are spam. It's like promotion, it's links, it's people trying to sell their crap. There's no comments, there's no likes, there's no engagement. And I'm like, what a waste of time. People join that group thinking, oh, it's another group I can promote my business in, but it's a bunch of garbage, guys. So I'm here to tell you that my Facebook group is one of the best places to hang out, and it's because of the rules that we enforce within the community. Some people really don't like them, and that is okay, because if you don't like the rules of a place, then you don't need to be there. You can go join all the other Facebook groups and you can continue spamming people. Like, you can do that if you want to. But my Facebook group has been a really amazing place for people to get help with their business and to make really great connections and to network. And we have events in person and online. Anyway, I'm going to talk more about that in future episodes because there is definitely a community vibe that I want to bring to the podcast, like I talked about last week. And for season 3, that's the focus, is community. We're going to make sure that we are interacting with each other in a way that is very fulfilling. It is so nice to have a place that fills your bucket as a woman and as a business owner. And that's actually the purpose of the group that I have been saying a lot, is the purpose of our group is to nurture you as a woman and nurture you as a business owner. So if you guys are listening to this and you're not yet in my amazing Facebook group, reach out to me on social media and I will send you a link and I will tell you the rules and it'll be amazing. For this episode, I want to talk about a post that was made in the group that will also offer you some really good advice because I know this is a really common problem. So a couple weeks ago, somebody said, help, I am on my phone way too much. I get on to check my business page and I check my Facebook and then I'm there for hours. And as the admin of the group, I try to interact with every single post I possibly can. But like I said, 1,200 posts a month and 40 a day, that's kind of a lot. So sometimes I give it a like and sometimes I comment on it because it's a topic that I'm interested in or I feel like I have expertise in that area. So this person talked about how she gets on Facebook to check her messages and then she spends the next 2 hours scrolling and wasting time. And this is such a massive problem for so many people. And I used to be one of those people. And it's unfortunate that the very tools to help us grow our business are also designed to keep us addicted and clicking and using. And that's just the fact of it. So when this person posted this thing, I put in all caps, do not use Facebook on your phone. And that was my tip because let me give you a little bit of background. When I was helping people lose weight and get healthy, one of the things I held them accountable to was sleep. And so many people were not getting enough sleep, and scrolling on their phone was one of the biggest problems that contributed to a lack of sleep. One of the pieces of information I found myself giving all of those clients was to plug your phone in somewhere other than next to your bed. And this became something that I really benefited from because I told myself, okay, if I want to scroll on my phone before bed, I know if I do it in my bed, I'm going to stay up way too late. So I decided if I'm going to scroll before bed, I'm going to plug my phone into my bathroom and I will still give myself permission to scroll, but I can't sit down while I do it. So now I made it a little bit harder for myself to scroll, but that challenge was like, do I really want this challenge or should I just put my phone down and go to bed? I realized how much more effective I was in getting adequate sleep when my phone was not next to my bed. So for years and years, I told everybody, here's a suggestion. I know some people can't do it. They have to be on call or whatever. But for the majority of people, you do not need your phone to be on during the night. And that's why I take this piece of advice very seriously because it can change your life, okay? So that's why I commented on the post. I said, do not use Facebook on your phone. And that's something that I've implemented for years and years. And sometimes I still fall prey to it, but I do not waste hours and hours on social media anymore because I've been deliberate about it. And I know I've made that mistake too many times. And I know that continuing to do it does not benefit me at all.
Hey listeners, the message of waking up and showing up is yours for the taking. In fact, it's free. I've recorded my entire audiobook and I'd love for you to consume it between episodes. Head to marcybarker.com to get instant access to the accountability code Wake Up and Show Up. All right, let's jump back in.
Another reason why I like to only use Facebook on my computer is I have a Chrome extension called Newsfeed Eradicator, and I've used it forever. So if you haven't heard about this, this is a tip that has helped me big time. And it does exactly what it says. When you log into Facebook, there is no feed for you to go through. So you're not just scrolling like your wall. I mean, now I want to say your For You page because the social media app curates what it thinks you're interested in. And obviously it does give you what you're interested in based on your scrolling history. So that Newsfeed Eradicator, every time I logged into Facebook, it trained me to say, what am I here for? Am I here to scroll or am I here to do business? Now, the other reason I really like using only my desktop for business on Facebook is that I can go through all of my notifications. This is weird, okay? I don't think I've told anybody this, but this works for me so well because I was getting so pissed at Facebook for changing my notifications while I was reading my notifications. You know how you scroll and it's like, here's a new one. And it's like, so-and-so commented on your post 6 minutes ago. And then you click on it and it's like, they commented on my post 18 hours ago. Why are you showing me this right now? So I got real mad at that. And I was like, I can't scroll through this notification tab without it changing. So here's what I do instead. And this is only possible on a computer, which is another reason why Facebook on my phone has been so ineffective in the past and continues to be. So I open up my notification tab and I right click on every single notification that I want to check. So I right click and I open in a new tab. Right click, open in a new tab. And sometimes with all the notifications I get, there's like 25 tabs open. And what I do is I address that notification on that window and then I exit out of the window. And here's the nice thing about it is that I know when those tabs are gone, I'm done with my notifications. And yes, of course, sometimes I'm engaging and then more notifications come in, and then every tab, it's like you have 6 notifications. And then when I get to my very last tab, I look at my notifications again and I right click and I open only the ones that I need to. And this is a really quick way for me to say, I'm running my business and these are the things that need my attention. And after my notifications are done, I'm done and I don't need to keep Facebook open. I do keep Messenger open because that's a different purpose than, creating content on social media. But that's a tip that I use and it has been a game changer for me. Also, as an admin of a group of 3,200 people with 40 posts a day, I do the exact same thing with posts. So here's another secret for you. If you're a Facebook admin, you go into your admin settings or the group settings and you click on engagement and then you scroll down and on the page it will say you can see the engagement for top posts or all posts. And I will go through and I sort it by all posts and then I will look through that list and see which posts I may have missed. Now, it's not a perfect system because the group that I'm growing gets 8 to 10 requests a day. Like that is big and it's all organic and it's growing. I need some help. If you're listening to this and you're like, I want to help with that group. I want to learn from you. I want to be a key player in that group. Like come and message me because I need some help. I need some labor help and I will totally give you all the mentoring that you need as I teach you how to grow and maintain a fantastic, super engaging group. Okay. So anyway, that's my little tip. That's the background of why I put on this post. Use Facebook only on your computer and not your phone because we already know Facebook is trying to keep us addicted. Do not use Facebook on your phone. If you need to delete the app, you totally could do that. I don't delete the app because sometimes I make a video and I upload it straight from my phone onto Facebook. But even using it on my computer, I've trained myself of like, oh, I can just hit record on my webcam. And then it's already on my computer and I can put it straight on Facebook. And that means if it's already on my computer, that's less for my hard drive to copy from my phone, to my computer. So anyway, that was one of my tips. So hopefully you found a nugget in there that will make utilizing your phone for business much easier. Is that if you're able to work at your computer and then use your phone for pleasure, and hopefully your pleasure is not scrolling Facebook for 2 hours. There's so many other things you could do that actually fill your bucket and don't make you more susceptible to depression and all of the horrible things that come from excessive social media use. Okay, so that's what I had commented on this post. I scrolled away and whatever. But because this group is so amazing, this person posted again. And here's what she said. Last Friday, I asked this group for tips to help with time management on social media. There were great ideas. Here is a list of some of them. Number 1, only do social media work on your computer, not your phone. Number 2, start with a purpose and stay focused. Number 3, set a timer. Number 4, have on time and off time. You can respond later. Number 5, delete the app on your phone for a few days or permanently if necessary. And those are the 5 tips that out of, probably 25 tips at least, those are the ones that resonated with her and she's going to try. So I wanted to make a podcast out of this post because I know that this problem is not specific to one person. Like if you are running a business online or you're using social media to grow your business, this is probably a problem for you or it has been in the past. So I want to go a little bit deeper with each of these other tips that she got because, start with a purpose and stay focused. That is a really great tip. But if you're like, I have ADHD, how do I stay focused? Then that might not be the tip for you, or you have to use the accountability code to pull out your exact action steps and make them as easy and simple as possible. So start with a purpose and stay focused. Here's another tip that I do when it comes to creating content on social media. I feel weird telling you guys these things, but I know I'm not alone when I do these little weird things that are actually extremely effective. Okay. So usually I'll put a piece of paper on my desk or a Post-it note, and I will write down the numbers or the dates of the next 2 weeks. So it'll literally be like, okay, 10, 11, 12, 13, representing each day that I need to create content for. And every time that I get on Facebook to create a post, I will create 2. I will make one and post it, and then the next one I will schedule it. That way I'm ahead. And could you imagine the effectiveness of having prepared content all of the time? Like, I used to go through and force myself to schedule 30 freaking posts, and it takes forever and it's draining. And then that 30 days comes up and you're out of content. My assistant would be like, hey, we need more stuff. And I'm like, oh, I have to sit down and get myself in a place to create another 30 pieces of content, and it starts all over again. So for me, my purpose is like, I'm working on my business now, but I'm also preparing for the future. And that has been so amazing for me because my content makes more sense. So for example, I'm scrolling Facebook and one of my clients is like, hi, I need to figure out my ideal client avatar. And I was like, I just updated mine. I'm going to send her a message with my exact process because she's in my mastermind. So I told her, I said, hey, I'm sending you a really long message of the questions I use to get to my ideal client avatar and the rest of the process I created to really narrow it down. And then I hit, that was a comment. And then I get other people commenting on that. They're like, send it to me too, please. I want it too. And I was like, these are not my clients. This is some pretty great information that I gave to my client. As I was thinking about it, I'm working on growing an email list for that Facebook group, which has been going amazingly well. I'm really happy about that. And I thought I could probably give this information to only the email subscribers. Like only the email list could get this information. And because I had used information to grow social media and check in with my clients, and it gathered engagement from more people, I made a post right then and I said, hey, if I could teach you how to find your ideal client avatar in less than 10 minutes, would you get on the email list for it? Boom, made a post, 60 comments. Yes, I would get on the email list for that. And then guess what? Because I already had this in motion, I scheduled an email on that exact content for the following week. And then I scheduled another post that was like, hey, did you get the email? What did you think about it? So that is so effective. And it started with me having a purpose and being smarter about how I use social media. So when you see the results of what you're creating, it's like, why would I want to scroll on Facebook for 2 hours wasting my time when I know this is what it could be like for me? So I hope that you can get to a point where that makes sense for you too. And it took me a long time to get here. So if you need help, book a call with me and we can totally talk about all of the things to help you be really strategic with your social media. But really, I want you to make money from your efforts on social media. I mean, if you got paid for scrolling Facebook, that would be cool. But we already know so many people are wasting their lives away scrolling for no benefit other than a distraction from what they really need to do. The other tip I wanted to talk about that was commented was have on time and off time, and you can respond later. And this is something that has been really beneficial for me too, because like I said, once all those tabs are closed out, I'm like, I need a break. We all know we could live on Facebook nonstop because the notifications will keep coming. And you know what? You make a post and you're like, this is great. And then you get 60 comments on it and you're like, I don't know if I really wanted to respond to 60 comments, but that's what good business owners do who are building a community and being engaged. I made a post just the other day of I have a hard time playing. I absolutely love working, but I don't really have any hobbies and I want to get better at playing. So I asked for suggestions in the group. You guys, over 39 comments of different suggestions I could do for play. And I'm like, okay, today I can like those posts. I can like those comments, but I cannot go through all of the comments because not every single comment needs a conversation starter. So Also, ask yourself that when it comes to social media. Is your interaction actually effective, or is it something that you're like, I was told I need to respond to every single comment and every single message within 3 hours so that people can trust that I'm going to be there? It's like, no, you don't have to do that, okay? So you define what your on time is and what your off time is as well. And ultimately, I want you to know, like, you're not alone. Some of the problems that you're experiencing, a lot of other people feel this way. And the good news is that there is a place for you to get help and support as you're working through these things as a business owner. So I invite you to join my Facebook group. I will link to it in the show notes, so it is there for you. And just keep in mind, I'm here for you. I promise you, if you reach out to me, I will be there. And I know I got a lot of listeners who are like, I still haven't booked that call yet. Please just book the call. I am here for you in your corner, and I'm so excited to help you grow and give you more clarity in your business because you deserve it. And if you are listening to a podcast about accountability, like, I want to help you do the things you know you should. And by doing, you're going to obtain a level of peace and happiness that you have been longing for. All right, my friends, that's it for this week. I will catch you next Wednesday for your loving kick in the pants.
Hey friends, I want to thank you for listening to this episode of Your Loving Kick in the Pants. If you got any value out of this episode, I would love for you to drop me a review or share with a friend what you learned. All right, I'll see you next Wednesday for Your Loving Kick in the Pants.